Hi. So my name's Andrea from Natural Medicine Mamas, and I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about a new mix that we've got. It's called the Focus Herbal Mix. Now this is a really important mix to me personally because of a reason that I'll tell you about right now. So if you're wondering about this, in my office, we've got these shelves that are full of also office stuff and storage stuff, so it's a little ugly, so I thought I'd cover it up. So it's not distracting, you know. Anyway, when I was a little kid, I was diagnosed with a learning disability, and my mom never told me about it. She didn't want me to feel like I was labeled by any means. And today, I would definitely fall underneath the category of ADD, ADHD, and all that good stuff. I had a really hard time retaining information, and I had a hard time with focusing, with getting things done. I remember she gave me an example a few years ago how she would ask me to go do something like, will you go outside and will you give the dog some water? And my brain would take that, and I would go outside, and then I would go and I would pet the dog, and then I'd go over to the hose and I'd get the water and I would drink it. And she would watch me as she gave me instructions to do things and how misfiring my brain was. Anyway, so she worked really hard to help me gain skills necessary in order to help my brain. And learning was also always really hard for me. I had to work really hard at it. And it's truly because of the grace of God and my mother that I'm a functioning human being. Anyway, fast forward, this was, 30 plus years ago. I'm 40 years old now. Fast forward 35 years later. I just had my fourth child. He is 7 months old now. And after having him, my brain just, I don't know how to describe it. My brain got really tired. I wasn't taking information in. I wasn't remembering things. I wasn't retaining information. I wasn't able to focus. So many things that all of a sudden I was like, oh, what is going on? Like, it reminded me of my childhood. Well, I didn't really tell anybody about it, but it kind of kept getting worse and worse. It started really becoming concerning because my brain function was really being affected, and I started worrying, like, oh my word, and am I going to be in the nut house in like 5 years because I'm not going to be able to do anything. Anyway, at the same time, we had been working on this herbal mix specifically for brain health, and my sister Kalea is the one who really put it together, and she started using it with her kids, and she sent it to me, and I started using it. And I cannot believe the difference that it has made for me. I am so grateful for her for putting in the energy and the research and the time to put this specific mix together for brain health. Now, we've decided to call it the Focus Herbal Mix because of the way that it helps your brain. It's brain food. That's really what it is. Now, inside of all of this, there's a blog post that my sister Kalea wrote that will also, you'll be able to have access to that, where she goes into a lot of detail about our society and the way that we're handling brain health in our society. Now, in my family, we're pretty open about mental illness. We're pretty open about anxiety and emotional issues, mainly because of different experiences of my mom and the journey that she's had to take. So to us, it's really not a big deal, but, well, big deal is the wrong word, but to us, it's open dialogue, where there's a lot of closed dialogue in our society about brain health and mental illness. And we have a very specific take on the way that we truly feel like the brain needs to be handled. Now, that blog post kind of goes into that a little bit, about the fallacies inside of trying to cover up problems. Our brains, they need to be fed. And just from this recent experience of mine, I just wanted to tell you about this Focus Herbal Mix because of my personal experience on it. So if you're restless, this helps to reduce restlessness. If you have a hard time concentrating, it helps with concentration. That's something that I really, really noticed when I started taking it, is my concentration levels were so much better. Oh my gosh, so much better. Now keep in mind when I started taking it that herbal medicine really is truly food. It's like you eat an apple every day, right? That's how herbs are. You can incorporate them into your everyday life, but they're not pharmaceuticals. They don't automatically work like an ibuprofen would work. You have to be consistent about taking it in order to see differences. And so when I started taking it, I mean that I started noticing a difference within a week to 2 weeks of consistently taking it. It helps sleep. I definitely noticed a difference there, especially because of having a baby. That's I always lose sleep with a baby. It lessens impulsiveness because of different properties inside of these herbs. It's full of really deep nutrition. It's a tonic almost. It helps to reduce anxiety. It helps to soothe your nerves. It helps to improve your memory. I noticed that as well when I started taking, as my memory was so much better, just my short-term memory with things and what I had to be doing, and my days were more fluid because I could handle the flow of the day without getting so distracted and all of that. It can help to help depression. And when I say all these things about this herbal mix, we definitely always want to use the word help and support, and make sure that we are feeding our bodies the right way. And it helps to sharpen your brain function and communication. So let me go over really quick. This already is going a little longer than I thought. So I'm just going to go through these ingredients really quickly, just so that you know what's inside of it. There's lemon balm inside this mix. Where is my cursor? Okay. Lemon balm, if you have never used lemon balm before, it is one of our top 10 favorites. We've used it for years with a lot of things. It's so efficient. It's a top 10 herb for sure. Oat straw. This, we've mainly used it because of how powerful it is for your nervous system. It's very rich in vitamins and minerals, very rich. And it can act as an anti-inflammatory, and it helps to improve circulation. There's passion flower, which helps to settle excitability. Chamomile, which so many people know about chamomile and how calming chamomile is. Rhodiola. Now, we love this herb because of how it helps to improve alertness. It's a vigorous adaptogen herb is what it's called, which helps you to adapt to things, but it doesn't give you the jittery side effects that a lot of other stimulants can. Oregon grape is in here, and this is another top 10 favorite. We use this a lot. Valerian root. It has been used for years for calming your nerves and helping insomnia specifically. Gotu-kola. This helps to improve memory. And the list kind of goes on. It's on our website, www.naturalmedicinemamas.com, Focus Herbal Mix, and you can read all about all these individual properties and herbs. If you can hear my kids out there, they're playing a game, so they're kind of going crazy. Got to do this while they're distracted, right? Anyway, so I highly suggest it. It's such a wonderful mix. You get this mix. This is a good view of it. And you can make a tea from it. I made a glycerite from mine, but syrup is something that a lot of people make for their kids. And it's just awesome. So I recommend it. Go to our website, find it, and read about it. Do your research and feel to see if this is right for you or your children. Okay, bye.